Atticus is Jem and Scout's dad. He is a single parent after his wife, Scout and Jem's mom, died. He makes his living as a lawyer in small-town Macomb, Alabama, taking any case he can. During the story, Atticus purposely does not tell his kids all of what he can do so that they don't have to feel like they need to live up to his talents. He does his best at parenting, but still lets the kids lead their own lives and make decisions for themselves. In my opinion, Atticus is a good example for a parent because of how he has brought up his kids already. Atticus purposely did not tell the kids all about what he was good at, but let them find out by themselves. Would you have done the same?
No, not necessarily. Because there are things in our family, like music, that are, it's a family thing. And it's like a heritage, and I would like to be able to pass those along. And that's how the kids are going to find out about it, is by me telling them.
How do you look at Atticus's way of disciplining the children after being a parent yourself?
Well, I think Atticus was a little misguided in what he was doing. In real life, there are a lot of consequences for the things that people do. Some of them are pretty harsh. Now, I'm not in favor of harsh discipline, but I think that there should be reasonable consequences for what children do. And so I think that if one of my kids does something that is really wrong and can get them into a lot of trouble, that they should have a natural consequence for me.
Overall, do you agree with the parenting styles in To Kill a Mockingbird?
No, not completely. I think that the dad was a little too passive in how he parented. I think parents need to be much more involved. Yeah, that's it.
Calpurnia is the maid for the Finch household. She takes the role as a mother to Jem and Scout after the death of their own mother. She has kids at her house, but she treats Atticus's kids like her own. Calpurnia's way of parenting is a little more strict than Atticus, but the kids don't take it very badly. She holds up to her morals and cares for the kids when Atticus is gone, taking them to church and making sure they don't change what they're doing just because he is gone. Overall, I think Calpurnia is a good example of a parent because she has raised kids of her own and still cares for Jem and Scout. Calpurnia took over as Scout and Jem's mother figure when their mom passed away. Would you have done the same?
I think if I saw some children that needed a mother figure and I was a part of the household already, I probably would have done the same thing.
How do you look at Calpurnia's way of disciplining the kids after being a parent yourself?
I think it seems like she addressed the kids when they needed to be corrected, and she deferred to the parent, and it sounds like it was very appropriate.
Do you agree with the parenting ways throughout the story?
I think the first scene where the dad was given the authority to correct the kids overall after the maid did it was the right way to do it. Always respect the parent first. And then the second situation where the snowman resembled the neighbor and the dad had the kids make the snowman not look like the neighbor so as not to hurt his feelings was also good, appropriate parenting and teaching the kids how to be respectful. And then the last situation, when the kids were in the courtroom and the dad realized they were there and they had already seen the first part of what he was talking about. He had them go home, eat dinner, and come back so they could know how it was resolved. Was good. because it taught the kids the reality of what happens in court too. So I probably would have done the same thing.